two and a half hours there, back, and 2.5 hours back. That's probably the longest trip I've been on this car. And I'm trying to think of anything else I need to tell you guys. You can see the top again is in great shape. The window's in great shape. The rubber's in great shape. If I do not sell this car, the only thing I'm gonna do to it is when the tires wear out, I'm going back with radials. Because this old bi-ply don't drive good like it ought to because, well, I'll show you when I get it on the lift later. Coca made these tires almost like bicycle tires. And then it drives perfect on a smooth road, but get back in these country roads, it kind of wants to dart to the left a little bit, dart to the right a little bit. But that's the only thing I'm going to do to this car if I don't sell it. So I'll eventually put a set of radials on it, and that's it. Best I can tell, it's got the original 378 gear in it. You can drive down the road about 55 miles an hour with no problem. Once you get on up to 60, 65, and it will do it, but you can hear the engine, going, because of that low gear. But sure run 55 all day long, no problem. Oh, I want to show on one thing else. My cameraman's named Steve. Show you how nice his windows roll up and down. This window here, a little bit of bubble. This may be the original window. Has it got Ford written on it? I don't see it. Yeah, this is the original window. It got Ford written right there. That come from a factory. And it's got a couple little bubbles showing up. And at the bottom, a little bit of fog. See that fog right there? That's been in there ever since I got the car. It's never got no worse. I've had 13 years. It's always been like that. Once you roll the window down, you don't see it. This piece is new. And the back glass, it's original Ford. There is a sticker right there. For you guys that like originality, that is the original. And when you roll the window down, you see the same thing. See little bubbles right there? Been like that ever since I've had the car. When you roll it up, you don't even see it. And these windows don't roll all the way, I don't think. Yeah, they go right there as far as they go. The other two's been replaced. They're not original, so they don't have the bubbles. Why they got replaced and these didn't, I don't know. But anyway, you see how nice the interior is. The interior is virtually flawless. There's no tires in it. There's no stains in it. There's no rips, tears. She sits real nice. Oh, the other thing I want to show them. Some people say, how much plays in the steering wheel? Right there. That's all you got. See? That's all the play you got. I have seen cars have like a half a wheel play, but it's got a little bit. It ain't much. Horn blows. All right, if my cameraman's ready, we're going to go for a little drive. Then we'll come back and get up on the lift, and we're going to show you the bottom. All right, we're going for a ride. Y'all hold on. I remember to flip the switch up this time. Here's the switch you have to flip up. That's ignition. And then start the button right over here, just like Henry Ford built it. And this is a steering wheel lock. Take that key around, pull it out, and you can't start it. Here we go. We're going to take a little ride. This way you get to see and feel how the clutch works, brakes work, how she accelerates, runs, drives. Then we're going to put it on the lift and let you see on the bottom. It'll help. I took the master brake off. All right, here we go. Clutch nice and smooth. Every now and then, depending on how steep you pull out, you might get a little bit of clutch chatter, but just barely. Been like that ever since I had it. Drops in third gear. There I run 30 mile an hour. Speed limit is 45. Here we go. We'll go up to 45. The speedometer on this car is about 3 miles an hour off. So when you're running 50, you're actually running 47. So we're running 47 right now, or 46. I'm gonna roll the windows up so you can hear what it sounds like inside. You hear that little purr, that little V8 purr, that little flathead V8 purring. You see I'm driving one-handed with no hands on it, so driving pretty good. That little play, don't haul it. Once you get used to these tires, a little bit of play is no problem driving. Horn blows, come up to the stoplight. She got excellent brakes. She got a whole lot better brakes than my 55 Chevrolet that I have sitting at home. Hit the brakes, you'll come to a stop, no problem. The gauge shows straight up, normal. Shows charging. About 25 pounds of pressure when I rev it up. About 20 when it's idling. Got a half tank of gas. Here we go. I got this old slow Chevrolet up in front of me, so I'm going to have to back off the throttle before I hit her in the butt. Oh, we're going to turn the radio on so you hear the radio. When's the last time you heard a radio on a 47 Ford? This is Philco 6 vacuum tube radio. Is rebuilt by Scott Electronics in South Carolina when I first got the car. Early. Oh, you'll fall for anything. All right. Good old country song there. Should put AM, that's right, AM only. We have an AM station here in the town I live in Rocky Mount, Virginia. So you heard the radio. We're running 50 right now. I got one on my butt. But see, I pulled that hill right there in high gear, accelerating, no problem. The best I can tell, the engine has never been out of this car. I did put new motor mounts in it, but best I can tell, the motor never been out. But the guy that bought this from the museum, the gentleman from Florida, I got the single lights on. I'm gonna turn in right here and turn around. The gentleman from Florida that bought this car in 2001, there's a work order in the book that you'll get with this car that shows that he bought a clutch and pressure plate put in his car when he had it. So basically has a brand new clutch and pressure plate. And also I put it in reverse, back up, no problem. Cigarette lighter does work. This car cranks so good with, I guess it's called that electric fuel pump. Here's the choke, and I don't even have it hooked up. I've never hooked it up because I never need it. I get in it, the car will be set for weeks. I get in, pump accelerator 3 or 4 times, fires right up. On the left side, this is where the throttle used to be. So I took it loose and put an on-off switch, and that's where my backup lights are. Pull that back, backup lights come on, push it in, backup lights go off. All right, here we go. This time I'm going to get on it so you can see all that torque this little flathead's got. Here we go. Look at that front end raise up off the ground. The wheels are just barely touching the road. I'm all the way up to 50 mile an hour in second gear. This baby will run for an old flathead. And that's what I grew up on. My daddy had flatheads when I was a young teenager, and I was working on them. That's the reason I love these old flatheads. And that's one reason I really hate to see her go. But the reason I'm selling it is because I got 5 cars. I don't have enough storage. Me and my wife decided to give away 3 of them. So we're going to keep my 48 Ford Coupe and my 55 Chevrolet and sell the other 3 I got, which includes this one. So here we are again, 155, there's 60, there's 65. I better let up, almost 70. I better let up before I get a ticket. But anyway, so there you get to see it run. Yeah, the windshield wipers work. I know that's what you're asking. Just turn it, the old vacuum wipers. See there? They work fine. All right, as soon as we get back to the shop, we're going to put it on the lift and show you the bottom. Right here is that rust spot I was telling y'all about. It's in the trunk. You can see it right there. It's got the piece of sheet metal pop ribbon above it. That's on the right-hand side in the trunk behind the rear wheel. And the one I showed you earlier on the left side, you can't hardly see here because the gas tank's in the way, but it's right here, right above my finger. And this hole is actually smaller than that one. And as far as I know, that's the only rust in his whole car. Because you can see the gravel pan here. It's perfect shape. You see all the nuts and bolts. This gravel pan, which is something that rusts out a lot in these cars, is like new. You can see the practically brand new 6-volt Carter electric fuel pump I got mounted right here with the fuel regulator and a filter that pumps the fuel out of the tank, which is here, through here and then back to the engine. The old banjo style 9-inch Ford, banjo style rear end, we think it's a 378 gear. You can see it's got excellent, the shocks have been converted. The old knee action shocks are gone. Somebody put a tubular shock conversion, front and rear. The old gas tank is in good shape. Once again, I was telling you, you can see no Bondo in this area. Around this car on this lip, there's none, just like come from a factory. Same on the right-hand side. Same here. This probably never been off the car since it left Detroit. Solid as it can be. And if you walk up front, you get a real good shot and real good look at the floor pans. This is under the seat area, just like it came from Detroit. No holes, no rust, no patch panels. Back floorboard, same way. No rust, no holes, no patch panels. Got a nice little coating or some kind of black coating on it. The old torque tube, ring, wishbone. You can see the Smitty mufflers. They didn't even burn the paint off yet. I tell you how much I've driven it over the years. Old school Smitty mufflers. The Reds headers kit I bought for it to put the deals on it. You can see that. Here was an option back in the day. They called it a clutch chatter mechanism thing. It's got a little rubber here to help with clutch chatter on these old enclosed drive shafts. It's got one of those on it. You can see the master cylinder, wishbone. And here's the front floorboards. Look at that. No patch panels, no rust. See there? No patch panels. There's the opening. The opening to fill the this up is inside. The front floorboard, driver floorboard. Here is the floorboard to the passenger side, and you can see no rust, no patch panels. Over here, no rust, no patch panels. Now right here, I had forgotten about these. Here's a little piece of rust right there. It's a piece of sheet metal goes from here up to the top of the frame. Got a little rust right there. See that? See if this side's the same way. Now this side's solid. Look at that, this side's solid. So I apologize. We found something today, right here. Yeah, a little bit of rust like that, a little piece. Now, that's a cavity back in there. That's not the inside. That's something. It's a cavity between the top of the floorboard and here. So there's nothing. There's nothing going inside the car or nothing. It's just a little piece of patch panel, panel there. Not patch, but a piece of panel from Ford, and that's rusty right there. And I guess you're wondering if it leaks. Yeah, it leaks. It's like old flatheads. Now, this leak may be fixed by replacing the gasket on the off drain hole. I don't know. It looks like a little bit might be coming out of the rear seal. I check the ring and transmission every year before I go riding, and I always stay full. You can see I got grease. Well, the thing's full of grease fittings. I keep it greased up good. You can see that even though it's a possibility the car may not have 28,000 miles on it because there's not much crud buildup on the suspension components. They look pretty nice. And here is the front shocks. Well, the knee action shocks were taken off. Somebody put a conversion tubular shocks on it, which makes it ride. Kingpin's in good shape. Tie rod's in good shape. Keep it all greased. Now, right here's the reason these Coca tires don't drive good. When Coca made them, he should have made this was flat. It's not flat, it's rounded. Like a bicycle tire. All of them's like that. And you can see there's plenty of tread on these tires. That's the reason he hit a little rut in the road. Because you didn't experience that on that ride a while ago, because it was on a pretty smooth road. But every now and then you get on a little road, it's got a little grooves in it. The car wants to go left or right with you slightly. That's the reason right there. And that's the reason when these wore out, if I still got the car, I'm going to put radios on it. And you can come up to the front here. You can see the front pan, front gravel shield. Even got the original clips that holds the moldings on, the original bolts. Ain't none of that rusted out. And you can get a shot. I'm going to move this wheel just a little bit, cameraman. I'll get you to come right over here. You can see the shock conversion. The knee action shock bolted to the frame and ran over here and hooked. But somebody added this conversion, which is this tower right here. And then you get a big old long shock from here down. Do away with on knee action shock and put them, it's a double action Monroe's right here. I think that's one reason the car rides so good. It's got some good old shocks on it. But you can see the tires rotate just fine. Good brakes. Sway bar bushings are good. I don't know nothing else to tell you about this car. There it is. I believe a person can buy this car and keep it 5 years, and if you want to sell it, you can get your money back. I don't believe you can lose money on this little baby. You can see the back of the bumper here, all the braces are bolted up. Nice. The chrome looks nice behind the bumper. Even the chrome behind the bumper looks good. I do want to show you one other thing that I missed earlier and I forgot. And this car was painted in 1995, and if there was any rust in the car, you'd be seeing rust bubbles by now. But this was in the car when I got it, and it's been like it ever since. See a little bubble right there? So I don't know if that's a rust bubble or what that is. And right here, see at the bottom of the door? I was going to show you that earlier, I forgot. That's the only place I know in the whole car. But it's solid. I don't know what that is right there. I don't know if the guy ran out of paint or what, but it's been like that ever since I had it. So it's been like that, I know, for 12, 13 years. All right, put a good old solid antique flathead Ford driver. Send me the money and we'll load it up and get it to you. Thanks for watching.
10 minutes? That ain't probably right.